welcome to our special series, The Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories, an initiative by ETH. I am Ashwini Mishra, and as part of this initiative, we bring to you conversations with CXOs over a cup of chai as we speak about their personal and professional lives, hobbies, and various other engaging topics. Joining me today is one of India's most respected CIOs. We have with us Rajesh Uppal, who is the member executive board IT, HR, safety and digital enterprise at car maker Maruti Suzuki India Limited. He has been one of the oldest employees of Maruti, having joined the company in 1985. Welcome, Rajesh sir.
Thank you so much.
You did your BTech in mechanical engineering from Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. How did this move to IT happen? So many of your conversations, you have referred to yourself as an accidental CIO. So how did this shift happen from mechanical engineering to an IT field?
Okay, in 1981, when I passed out my mechanical engineering, I joined BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electric Limited, and that time used to be one of the best company to join. And after my 6 months of training over there, they had a selection for the IT, and all the people need to be placed at their different department. And I wanted to go to shop floor and work with my hand because mechanical engineers are trained towards that there. But they had a selection test for aptitude and stuff like that. And somehow before the interview, I had to go home because of my marriage of my brother. So I went out and all and couldn't reach back on time for the interview. So they looked at my marks in my aptitude test and said, okay, this person is suited for IT. So that's how I moved from mechanical engineering to IT and all. And that's where the whole journey on IT started way back in 1981, 82, frankly. And then I think I never looked back from there.
And how did this move to Maruti happen? I've heard that, you wouldn't have joined Maruti at all if you were not offered a ticket, from Haridwar to Delhi.
Interestingly, so in 1984, I was getting married and I got a call from Maruti that, okay, they are looking for somebody to manage IT as part of team. So I had to, and that time, we never had the online booking systems available for train ticket, and for booking my honeymoon tickets, I needed to come to Delhi. So, this matched my requirement of, booking tickets and interview of Maruti, and that's where I came to Delhi and appeared the interview, got selected and all, and post my marriage, then I, joined to Maruti and all. So that's a really interesting incident which happened of a change from BHEL to Maruti again. I think, it was again a coincidence that I was not very keen to change at that time and all, but finally when the offer came and the excitement of the new company and the kind of future they had, I think that pulled me here to be part of this organization.
Precisely, sir. So BHEL at that point in time was an established Navratna company, and Maruti Udyog Limited, as it was called at that point in time. I'm sure that were you easily convinced of moving and joining a new company?
Not really.
Just a year back.
It took me almost 2 months to decide that should I change or should I not. And that too, especially at that time when you just got married and it was very difficult decision that time. But I think after coming here and looking at the culture of Maruti, very clear, unlike public sector and Japanese kind of culture, I think it was a good decision that time.
How easy was it for you, sir, to, starting off?
Tough to really convince the family, convince everybody over there to change from a very, very well-established organization like BHEL to a very, very new company, Maruti. Tough, but I think the job profile and the aspiration of this new company, it was attractive enough to join for me individually, frankly.
Could you take us through the initial years, sir, at Maruti, when you started building up the IT team and the entire setup at Maruti?
Okay, let me start from BHEL times. I think going to IT, selecting IT was not an easy decision to take and not easy journey for me. I remember, my office time used to be 8 o'clock morning till 2 o'clock in the night, initial phases of just to learn IT, what it is and all. And in the name of IT, I had done only a 4-on-4 course in my mechanical engineer at that time. So it was a very, very, interesting learnings over there and all. But I think after 6 months of my, real hard work of working almost 16, 18 hours every day. I was into a position where I could really teach IT to a lot of people who are already there in the company for a long time over there. And also, I think I could get a good hold on the whole infrastructure. We had a very nice, large systems of IT in BHL, and BHL that time was a big spender of IT and all. We used to import a lot of hardware from abroad. So it was a very, after 6 months, I reached a place where I could really control a lot of work of IT with myself and contribute to the development of IT in BHL at that time and all. But it was a big learning experience. Similar thing when I joined Maruti. Again, we didn't have a hardware of our own. So we used to have a rented hardware in Delhi. So morning we used to go to office to really, understand the user requirements and all. After lunch, you go to Delhi for that hard computer center, work on that and all, work till late night and
My
come
God.
back late in the night, and next day morning again you are in office to really take care of the long workings initially with when you just got married recently was a tough time to initially to work on. But I think after a year or so, we got our own hardware here. We established all data centers here and all, and our own IT systems. System. In fact, we were lot of first of our kind system being developed here in Maruti when we started off. So I think it was a very pleasant journey at that point of time to learn and build up. And important, I think, point I want to make here is Maruti was very unique at that point of time. And I still remember the visionary leaders like, Dr. Krishnamurthy or Mr. Bhargav we had and all. They had a very big fascination for IT. And today we talk a lot of our IT as a large organization or a board in IT and all. Way back in 1984, 85, Suzuki, these leaders established IT as a pillar for the company and gave a status to IT equivalent to a business vertical, whether marketing, production, or a finance and all. Said IT is the equivalent function to that way back in 84. So that kind of vision by senior people at that time really, showed that, importance of IT and a lot of things we are able to do now in IT is only because that strong foundation they created for IT. So beginning in our establishment of the company factory.
So would that be one of the reasons, Rajesh sir, where you've taken new approaches to the whole within the IT organization? You have not been risk averse. You've looked at innovation in a very different light. You're ready to fail, but fail fast and then build it up again. So would these initial learnings have helped you over the years?
Yeah, that whole culture of IT which was brought in from beginning in the company created that kind of expectation from IT that it will deliver frankly. So that kind of thing. So a lot of industries first in the company and all, whether it was the online system way back in 85 we started, or in fact we are one of the first user of mail exchange in the company country, or we were one of the first user for online DMS in the country to manage the dealership and all. I think those culture built of IT initially that it has to be a IT system or no system kind of thing. I think that created a lot of demand for IT, and luckily I think I had a very strong team who could deliver also along with that. I think that's something that is a very good journey we could bring in Maruti Suzuki.
Right. So I believe you also introduced the IT at the shop floor level, way back. So that's sometime.
Yeah, early late 80s or early 90s, I think we had all shop floor connected to IT and we could deliver a lot of work on that.
Right. You've touched upon names which helped you to in a way give a direction to IT within the company. More of mentors. Would it be right to call them influencers in your career? And how have you looked at younger generation in terms of mentoring them, tutoring them, and leading them and creating a next set of pipeline for the company?
I think that has been one big reason for my success has been that I have lucky to have a good subordinate to work with. Personally mentoring a lot of them to really grow in their career and develop themselves and all. Allowing them to space to do themselves and come out with solution than being directed to really do that, and also mentoring them on their leadership styles to really to come up to the level to grow that further. And a lot of people now in this generation going forward has come up to my expectation. They are taking a senior management role in the company and mentoring them to take it forward. And similarly, I think I also took a very strong thought process of being mentored myself also from some senior leaders around. So in industry, some of the very senior people are, you know, my personal mentors around, guiding me all along and telling me on, or maybe, you know, there are few people where I can go out and all and ask them whatever my thoughts are and all, take their opinion on that and all, so that they really help you to start thinking rationally kind of thing, you know. So I think both sides, I am mentored by a lot of senior people, and also I've been mentoring a lot of people around. I think that's something has been a way of journey working in a corporate like ours.
Right. So you've also been one of the CIOs who have donned multiple hats, sir. You know, so you've took the additional responsibilities. You were assigned the charge for managing the logistics in 2006. You took up the HR responsibility in 2010. You also have the Maruti Suzuki Training Academy, you know, which creates competent people across the value chain. So you know, what was the reason for you to take up additional responsibilities, and how has it also transformed you as a business IT leader?
Okay, one thing I think I'm a person which is not comfortable with status quo. I need to have something new to do
You
it
like
every
to
day and
challenge
all.
it, right?
Challenge, so I have to keep on doing something new all the time and all. And any opportunity coming in your way, I think first thing is before saying I can't do it, let's take it and do it and all. I'll share you one incident which you know got me into training academy sometime back. In one of the board meetings, our HR proposed to our board that, you know, we should have an academy of the company to have the development need for all the employees and all, which is a very important requirement and all. And in that discussion, it came up, and then our chairman, Mr. Bhargav, asked, you know, in the today technology age, do you need a physical brick and mortar academy, or you need a digital kind of, you know, virtual academy, you know? And he looked at me, can you do it? So I saw that opportunity immediately. And then when after maybe 8 months time, we invited Mr. Bhargav to inaugurate that academy, which we have built virtual. He said, yes, I am was looking for something like this and all. I think that gives you a lot of positivity to work on. But I think my change to academy, training academy happened with that one incident where Bhargav sir showed his, you know, interest in me and uh, trusted me to develop that and all. And now I think that academy has taken a big role in the company, and now it is very important vertical within the organization for whole development of whole organization, right from workman to senior management. We are able to do all development for all type through the academy and all. And similarly, HR now, I think is part of my journey to take up more responsibilities.
So would it be right to say, Rajesh sir, you're more business oriented first and then an IT leader? Would it be right to say that?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, my very simple thought process in IT is if you can find right problem to solve, there'll be some technology to solve that problem. In fact, I think your ability to identify right problem in business to solve and improve is the toughest thing to do. You will find some technology to support it. I think that I say, and luckily I have a good team who could do that. But I think that's an easier job to be done than really identifying the right problem to solve in the business around and all. When maybe in Maruti, running a plant with less than a day inventory or having all India visibility to what is happening in the field to right kind of IT solutions around. I think we are able to identify those problems very clearly and all. I think my whole thought process has always been look for business where we can really improve our business around, and then you'll find some technology to solve that problem.
I know, sir. So I recollect a few years back, you know, I was having a conversation with one of the senior executives at Maruti, and he did mention, you know, you won't find Mr. Rupal in most of the time in his office. He's either on the factories or the shop floors or visiting dealers and trying to find out issues, problems, and so that IT can help them better. So you know that tells a lot about how you've been building that IT, you know, to support the business by going ahead, leading it from the front. You've been a voracious reader as well, Rajesh, sir, if I believe. You know, so you've been reading a lot of books. What are some of the books that you've read recently, and how have they imbibed you? You know.
Okay, I think one thing I am very clear on and all. See, whether you are uh, in your career of your this thing, whether IT or non-IT and all, your learning should not stop all the time. I'm a very firm believer on this fact. So you need to find opportunity to learn as we go along, frankly, and that's very very important for any leaders to be relevant in today's context, frankly. So whether it is technical, I still remember I joined logistics, and one of my friend, gifted me a book called The Box, which really talk about the ABC of logistics. And
Okay.
first thing I did was read that book first before I really took over the logistics part and all, so that you should know as a concept how does this whole concept is and all. HR, I think again the kind of books I read initially when I took over full HR around has been a lot. So reading has become my big habit. Typically, finish a book in a week time and all, so I need at least 4 books in a month to read. It has been a typical style of me. Though of late I'm shifting more toward the podcasts and the YouTubers kind of listening around. But I think I read a very book regularly around and all that. Maybe 2 books recently I read. One is very clearly, I think, very interesting book written by our chairman, Mr. Bhargav, the about the competition and how to be making industry competitive in the country. Very interesting book written by him on actually what happened in India and how India could be more competitive in the industry. Very excellent read. I recommend to people to read that and all. And also in digital, I think one of my I got hold of a book called Oberoi to Oyo.
Okay.
Very interesting small book
Right.
written by a Delhi-based journalist. Very interesting on concept change of typical businesses to online businesses and how things have changed around. I think interesting to read, which I just finished last week, this book around and all, and it was interesting to see the perspective of change which has happened in the industry per se.
Right. Right.
But I
Right.
think I have a lots of book to my portfolio. In fact, my personal collection of books
You
should be
have a
more than
collection.
500.
I was coming to that.
More than 500 books in my collection as of now, frankly.
Right. Any regrets, Rajesh sir? Over these years, anything that you wanted to do or didn't find time to do, and any regrets that you have? Or
See, if you become so aggressive in your office working and all, sometimes you start ignoring your family. That to a stage when your kids were growing up and all. Luckily, they had grown well now; they are doing well in their careers around. But you regret that you should have been there with them when they needed you most at your schooling age or early college years around and all. But maybe with God grace, with the family support, I think they are done well and they are doing well. So that's okay. But yes, not spending enough time at the time when they needed you most is a regret factor.
having that work-life balance in place.
Yeah.
Just the final question, sir. You still continue playing badminton?
No.
You were you were a district champion, I believe.
I was district champion in my schooling age, but after that I left that and all. But I tried my hand on golf for some time now recently. Hopefully one day I'll become a golfer. So that should be now my next aim to get into. But I try my hand on that right now. But I definitely one day I'll become a golfer very clearly.
Great. All the very best. Thank you so much, Upal sir. It has been pleasure speaking with you, and more so to learn the importance of keeping your mind open and not to be afraid of trying out new things and challenging the status quo. That was Rajesh Uppal speaking to us. See you soon on another episode of Cutting Chai Stories. Thank you.